and welcome to My Xbox and Me, episode 298. I am one of your hosts, MC Fixer, alongside the one and only Too Fresh Crash. Crash, how are you, my friend? How are you feeling after that big Xbox conference? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm doing good, man.
Crash. Today's not the day to be calm. Now is not the time to be calm. You all know I have been super calm, super collected, super chilled about this entire Xbox showing. I've been like, I'm not expecting nothing. Don't expect nothing. Going with low expectations. You cannot be disappointed if that's the case, right?
Yeah, right.
But I've got to say, Xbox brought the heat. What did you think of Xbox's showing, of the Bethesda and Xbox's showing together? What did you think?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah?
I thought it was a lot better than I thought it would be. And just talk about like everything coming to Game Pass basically that they showed today was super, super amazing to see.
Mad. You are super laggy. Turn your camera off and back on for me. But we're going to carry on the show nonetheless, all right? So, for me personally, right, this is where it was. I thought they did a fantastic job of showing what they were, the way they're going to moving forward. Xbox are not going to be Sony. I generally believe that. I believe the games that they have in their wheelhouse right now are going to be fantastic games. But I do not believe they're going to compete on the same level as Sony when it comes to their first-party stuff from what we're seeing so far, right? Like, generally, Starfield looked amazing, stuff like that. But this has shown what Xbox is good at. Game Pass is all over it. This Game Pass is what is going to make Xbox a viable business forever. It really is. They are 10 steps ahead of every other games company when it comes to subscription services. And honestly, showing everything that they showed today, I think they said it was 27 games in Game Pass. It was literally the majority of what they showed was in Game Pass today. And that is an amazing feeling for people who do not want to spend that crazy types of money on other games. Nintendo, Sony, PC, wherever. Like, it's remarkable to me. Absolutely remarkable what Xbox just did. And they've shown why they are special. They kicked off the show, Crash, with their big exclusive game that has got everyone on the internet upset. Starfield is exclusive. Yep. It is coming the 11th of the 11th, 22. So the 20th of the 20th, 22nd of the... What am I saying? Ah! It's all over the place, Crash. It's all over the place. It is the 11th of the 11th, 2022. Apologies for that. What did you think of Starfield showing?
I think we saw everything that we've known about the game. It's a space game, all that stuff. I think it looked good. Like, it looked remarkably better than the latest games we've seen from Bethesda, just visually. And I do think it said in the beginning that
this weren't gameplay. This weren't gameplay.
Absolutely fair. Absolutely fair. I'm just going off the fact that it said it was in engine or whatever. So I'm like, okay, that's a good showing just for the initial showing. Yeah. It looks a lot better. It looks more polished.
I'm not a sci-fi guy. I'm not a space guy at all. Not a genre that usually matters to me. I don't care about it. I've got a good feeling about this one, man. I know Bethesda games do sometimes come out a bit wonky, a bit dodgy, and maybe the E3 hype Kool-Aid has just got to me a little bit. But I've got a good feeling about this one, man. I really do. I thought the trailer showed a great tone of what to expect from the game for me, which is you're a spaceman, or a spacewoman, I should say, apologies. And we're going on this journey together. And there's this weird robot thing out there, and it's just come back on. And I think tonally, if it stays as it is, if you're telling me we're going to get a polished Fallout in space, sign me up. Like, generally, sign me up. That could be remarkable.
Yeah, no, I actually I really, really agree with that. I think out of everything that was shown today, that Starfield might, as far as like stuff that's not coming this year, Starfield might have the most potential to be like the biggest game. You know, the thing that gets everybody talking about it and hyped up on Xbox.
Yeah, No, I totally agree with you. I think it has the most potential, right, to be their next big thing. No pun intended. Shout out to Brock Lesnar. It does have the potential to be that. Obviously, we are going off of very little right now, and
Yeah.
it's nice to feel happy about Xbox. Man, I've said it time and time again. I've been doing my Xbox and me now for 5+ years and had to slog through the Xbox One and those Xbox One showcases, the TV, Madden, Halo TV, to be able to sit here and just be excited about Xbox and what they have shown and it being consumer friendly, and there are different types of games from all different parts of the world. It just, everything today was amazing. Starfield to me is just, it has a really big potential to be the next big thing, and I really do hope that with them being exclusive to Xbox, and of course this is going to be something first for Bethesda, right? Like, this is going to be one of their first games out of Xbox that will come exclusive to Xboxes, and obviously it'll be on PC as well. But hopefully it gets that level of polish that third-party games don't get. You know, we all know that, like, if you develop for one console, you're able to give it that bit more polish and love. And obviously, people will say, obviously, the Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, we've seen quite a bit of parallel between the two in terms of ray tracing and frame rates. So I don't think that holds back Starfield in any way, shape, or form. And that's what's got me excited about it the most, if I'm honest.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I just want to, like you mentioned, ray tracing. Like, the ray tracing in almost all the games shown today looked absolutely ridiculous.
Yep.
I really cannot wait to see some of these games that are made ground up solely for next gen consoles coming out, and how great they're going to be looking.
100% agree. Next up was the Stalker 2 trailer. It's a console launch exclusive in Game Pass Day 1. To be honest with you, I'm not going to keep saying Game Pass Day 1 because literally everything other than your obvious ones, which I will call out, is not in Game Pass Day 1. What did you think of the Stalker 2 trailer? I tonally thought it was amazing. Totally my type of game.
Yeah, I've never played a Stalker, know next to nothing about Stalker. I was actually like super into what they were showing. Again, gorgeous looking game. I thought really interesting invisible enemies, which we've seen some other places. I thought the enemies, the horror aspect, 100%. I cannot wait to play this game.
Yeah, man, it looks good. I think, do you know what? It's that weird thing where, like, we already all have Game Pass, right? So even the fact it's just in Game Pass is instantly like that barrier to entry is gone. Like, there's no barrier. There's no barrier anymore. You're not going, oh, but that's going to cost me this much, or that's going to cost me that much. It's like, I will play that game to see if I like it, and if I don't like it, I will bounce. And that's a weird thing to say, right? Like, everybody listening to this, I'm sure a lot of you own Game Pass, and the fact that we could say for 90 or, probably 90+% of this show, we all have the opportunity to jump in and play Day 1 on Game Pass. No $60, no $70, no worrying about if you can afford this or afford that. It's madness. It's absolute madness. To stick on Stalker 2 for just a second, I never played the original game, but just seeing this, I was just like, wow, it graphically looks really good. Like you said, lighting looks really good. The face animations looked really good. And then the actual gameplay just looked very tonally like Metro, obviously. But it's still, I was like, did you see the part where he picks up the attachment and puts it on I was like,
puts it right on the gun.
I was like, what? That is madness. Like, it looked crazy, and I'm for it. I'm absolutely for it. The next thing they showed was Back for Blood, which is coming October 12th to Game Pass Day 1. What did you think of this one?
I liked it. I'm interested. I don't think we saw too much outside of the norm. I think the big thing for this was the fact that it's come to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Which
was we already confirmed that on my Xbox and Me's channel. Me and Laura did a video where this all leaked. Obviously, it's coming to Game Pass Day 1, which I think these type of games need to be on Game Pass, to be honest with you. Like,
I agree. My biggest thing is, like, I don't know what the mechanics that they're going to be adding to this, because this genre's been done for so long that, like, what are they bringing that's new to the table? And if anybody's going to do it, it is this team.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's what's new, what's different. That's the important part for Back 4 Blood. They didn't show anything new or different in this trailer. It was very much a hype piece for it to be in Game Pass, which I think is amazing. A WB game is now in Game Pass. WB being one of the big 7 publishers in our industry, launching a game day and date in Game Pass. Humongous. Absolutely humongous. Next up, we had Contraband, which this was like a brand new trailer out of nowhere. Day 1 Game Pass. I already said I wouldn't keep saying that. I apologize. What did you think of Contraband on its first look?
I'll be honest, when this showed up, I was a little bit worried for the Xbox conference, because up until this point, great, fantastic, and then this, and it's like, co-op, I forget what the other word they use. They say some other sort of like hot word, and they're like, yep, that's it. That's all we're showing for the game.
So this was Avalanche's new game, obviously. Yeah, it was I liked the tone again. To be fair, a lot of what got shown, you're going to hear me say, I like the tone of the trailer. And that's the truth, because I did like the tone of the trailer, and that's all we have to go off of. In concept, it seems cool. Will I give it a chance? More than likely. Like, why not? It looks cool. I saw people in my chat going, it's Indiana Jones! And I was like, no, stop, calm yourself, relax. But yeah, Contraband could seem cool. Again, that's why when I said at the start of the show, I don't think Xbox are going to compete on the same level as Sony, is because I think they're doing 2 different things, right? Contraband, from even the tone of this trailer, doesn't look like it's going to be... like, we don't know because we haven't seen the game, so I don't want to say too much without putting something down that I've not seen properly, but we know when you come out of the gates and you see a God of War or an Uncharted, you kind of know what to expect from that. We are in this new period with Xbox where we see a Contraband and we have to sit back and go, okay, let's wait and see what it is. Even I say with Fable, we didn't see that here, but we have to wait and see what that is. State of Decay 3, we have to see what that is. That's where we're at right now, because Xbox are now building, it's kind of from scratch, building from scratch a bunch of new IPs, which they've needed. Let's make that very clear, which they've needed, and we just hope the polish and love are in these games. And that's what I hope for Contraband, that it has that love and polish that it needs. Next up, we had Sea of Thieves and Crash. I've got to be honest with you, I absolutely popped for this moment. Good. Captain Jack Sparrow is in Sea of Thieves. They are doing a whole story expansion with him. Dude, it's literally what I wanted Sea of Thieves to be. Story.
Going back, right?
Oh, 100%. No, do you remember when we first played Sea of Thieves? And we were just like, this isn't for us.
There's nothing.
This isn't for us.
It's just like...
But now I'm like, okay, you're giving me a Sea of Thieves story. Me and my friends let's go along. Captain Jack Sparrow's there with us. Damn. Crazy.
Perfect crossover that I would have never saw coming. Yeah. I didn't.
No. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, oh my God, like, this is crazy.
Even as the lady's talking over, I had said, like, oh, this is very Pirates of the Caribbean vibe. And then 2 seconds later, Captain Jack Sparrow pops up.
Yeah. Nuts. That's coming June 22nd to Game Pass. Then we got a little scissor reel announcing that all of the Yakuza games will be in Game Pass, which a lot of them already were. But the big news here, which is what got leaked, unfortunately, which is Yakuza Like a Dragon, a game that is fantastic, that I implore all of my Xbox and Me universe, cinematic universe, is that what we got now, Crash? Yeah, I don't know why I went universe. Podcast listeners, to go play. Even if you think this isn't my type of game, play the opening and see if it's your type of game. Because honestly, I wouldn't have played this game off my own back. I got it sent for review, and I started playing and was like, wow, this is so fun, so enjoyable. It's worth your time, so give it a chance. I swear to you, give it a chance. After that, we had the Battlefield gameplay, which we've been waiting for, obviously, since EA showed it off early on in the week. Crash, once again, I was blown away by it, dude. Like, Battlefield looks like it's back and it looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a bunch of friends get together. It's going to be fun. Let's jump in helicopters. Let's jump in tanks. Let's run away from this storm. Let's jump in this wingsuit. It just looks fantastic. It doesn't look like Call of Duty. It doesn't look like Apex. It doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like that. It looks like Battlefield. Big maps, lots of players. What more can you ask for?
Nothing. I absolutely 100% agree with you. That was an amazing showing of gameplay for Battlefield, and every single moment I sat there watching it, I was like, oh, they just keep doing things that I perceive as fun, which I
Yeah.
feel like Battlefield lacked for so long, where it sort of became this war simulator,
Yep.
and now it looks like they're going back to that fun route, which I'm really looking forward to.
That's dude. When they threw the quad bike off into the helicopter, I'm like,
Yes.
thank you. Like, not
Yeah.
will that work for me? Definitely not. Will I try it?
try it, though.
100%.
Yeah.
Like, of course, like mad. Like, yeah, I was just like, it looked great. I'm so happy that we're gonna get to see it here. Remember, if you have Game Pass, you're gonna be able to play this for 10 hours in your subscription service because of the whole EA Play deal there. Though it's not a full game, it does let you, get a taste of it. Is this something you actually want to pick up beyond those 10 hours? I don't know, but I'm definitely in. I've been looking for a new shooter game, and if I can get the community together and want to play this, and we're all playing our different classes, and we want, I'm in. I'm absolutely in. Next up, we had 12 minutes. Not a game that I needed to see more of, if I'm honest. They kept it short and sweet and just gave us the release date. I don't have it on my notes, unfortunately. I believe it's August. It's in about 2 months' time, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Apologies for that. But it looked good. It looked good. I can't wait to play it. It's in Game Pass. It's one of those games that I'm just like, just don't talk about it anymore. Just give it to me. I don't need to see more of this. So I'm happy it was a cut trailer. Release date, sorry. Like, that's what it needed to be, and it was, so good stuff there.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I will say for a lot of games, I do like that it was sort of really short showings of gameplay, a release date, and then moving on to the next thing.
Yeah, no, 100%. Psychonauts 2, we got some more showing of this, obviously with its release date as well coming up. Fallout 76, still region update. They went into some deep dive stuff about all of what you can expect in Fallout, more updates. They are still supporting the game. They said that it's one of the biggest games on Game Pass, and I actually do believe them, just because it was one of those games when it comes to Game Pass, even I downloaded it and tried it out. Wasn't for me, but I could see people playing and going, oh, this is actually fun. So I'm going to stick around. They showed more Elder Scrolls Online, talking about how big the game is for that, more updates for that as well. Then we got to see a game that looked very interesting, which was Party Animals, Crash. What did you think of Party Animals?
I thought Gang Beasts.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm very excited for that. It looked like a fun game. It looked very enjoyable. I again can't wait to play it. I think a lot of these games are. I can't wait to play it.
But again, it's like I just said before, which is because that barrier to entry is gone. Would you have bought Party Animals? Probably not. Would you have played
unless you were like.
You wouldn't have done it. Like, unless it really grew into like a Fall Guys, you wouldn't have done it. Would you have bought 12 minutes? You personally, I don't think you would have. But without that barrier there, dude, it's like, well, yeah, I'm going to play it. Why the heck not? Why wouldn't I try it out? It looks, everything that was shown, even if it wasn't for me, probably other than Slime Rancher 2 and Atomic Heart, I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a try. Why the heck not? Hades is coming to Xbox finally, August 13th. We got Somerville. Have I said that right? I feel like I said that wrong. Somerville? Thank you. Sorry, I pronounced that wrong. Somerville coming to Game Pass 2022. That one was by Jumpship, sorry. And then the big stuff that we were waiting, which was in the middle of the show. I am absolutely shocked how this was in the middle of the show. We just, out of nowhere, Halo Infinite shows up. They show us a bit more campaign. We see a little bit more of that campaign. And they did a good job of, I think, protecting Halo. I thought they did a good job of protecting Halo in the way of like, okay, well, we don't want to show you too much because you're going to critique us for it. So we're going to focus on the multiplayer and let you just see a nice cutscene. That cutscene looked absolutely dope. If that was a cutscene, it looked absolutely dope. So to me, it was just like, okay, this looks interesting, the campaign. And then they showed that multiplayer. Crash.
Multiplayer looked fantastic, dude. It looked so nasty.
Dude, like, for me, I'm not a Halo guy, and I was like, wait, is this a cutscene? Is this what am I seeing here? Like, the way it was cut together, I was just like, bro, this is madness and looks beautiful. The multiplayer looks amazing. The single player is where I'm getting a little bit worried now. What do you think?
Why?
Because I just felt like this was a good time to put people's minds at ease. I know it's coming holiday 2020, holiday 20 this year, and for me, the last time they showed this game, it was in bad shape for other people, not for me. I enjoyed what I saw, especially being a new Halo fan. I enjoyed what I saw, that grappling hook, the world being a little bit more open worldish, stuff like that. To me, looked interesting. But this was a moment for them to be able to go, okay, you were concerned, let me stop your concerns, this is Halo. And they didn't do that.
I don't think they needed to. I think they did what they should have done, which is hit something that they know is going to be a home run with Halo, and not give something that, because if you show campaign, somebody will critique the campaign and be annoyed no matter what. That's just how it is. But you show multiplayer, you show that to anybody, like, sure, the hardcore of the hardcore, like, I saw someone running, I don't like that, are going to complain about it. But for the most part, everything you saw, grapple hooking a gun, grenading the sword to yourself and then using, like, all that stuff looked really, really cool. And it's probably the best showing they could have had for Halo in this situation, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree, but I think this was an opportunity to put people's minds at ease. And they didn't do that for me. They didn't do that for me. For me, I still go, okay, I've said all along, I want to be sold on Halo. I run an Xbox podcast. That is your most beloved franchise ever. And I couldn't give a crap about it. This was their moment to go, and here's a reason you should give a crap about it. And unfortunately for me, in terms of its story, it didn't do that. Obviously, I understand there was a lot of stuff there with Cortana, and she's gone missing, and we've got this new AI, and all of that stuff, which seems interesting, but you're still only playing to the Halo hardcore audience. You're not playing to me. You're playing to you're trying to do both, but it just didn't work for me, if you get what I mean. People will disagree.
I think that's fair.
People will disagree, and that's okay. You know, you're allowed to disagree with me, but I just think, though it was interesting, it didn't say to me, though I am going to play it day one, it didn't say to me I have to play it day one from that trailer. For the story specifically. It didn't do that for me.
I think that's fair. I do think that the story and the campaign side were weak. That obviously wasn't their main showing. So yeah. I think you're absolutely correct with what you're saying from your perspective. Absolutely.
We were in a little bit of a rush, unfortunately, so we are going to have to rush through these last few. We had Diablo 2 Resurrected coming the 23rd of the 9th of 21. You had A Plague's Tale, the sequel, Crash. I absolutely popped for this. As you know, I'm not into stealth games, but I love The Plague's Tale. Did you end up ever playing it?
No, I did not.
Ah, dude. Okay, you should go back and play it if it's on Game Pass. The sequel is going to be on Game Pass, and that's fantastic. We got to see more of Far Cry 6. If you've just listened to our Ubisoft episode, you heard me complain about how they didn't show enough Far Cry 6. This is the reason why. Great showing off the game. Shows me exactly why I want to jump in. New guns, new characters, new this, a bloody, what is it called? A rooster? Or like,
rooster,
yeah, it come out of nowhere. That's what I wanted from the trailer that we didn't get from Ubisoft. And I'm so happy we got it here. Obviously, looks amazing. Like I said before, Slime Rancher 2 launching exclusively in Game Pass. We then got Shredders, which was that snowboarding. It looked really cool. It looked really interesting. But unfortunately, my time's already been given to Riders Republic, you know? No, I already decided I'm playing Riders Republic. I can't be playing this. I can't be playing this as well. I ain't got time for both. It's one or the other, and I'm picking Riders because there's more to do in that one, you know? I didn't let you say anything about Far Cry, so I'm sorry. I skipped over you a little bit there. I know we're in a super rush to get to Square Enix. I apologize. Okay, fair enough.
Nothing to add to Far Cry.
Then we got Atomic Heart, which is coming to come in as well. It looked interesting, just not my type of style of game personally. Then we got replicas. What is this? I don't remember what this one was. We're gonna skip it. I don't remember. I apologize. We then got what we was asking for, Crash. Grounded update. Not quite what I wanted, but still a little something to make me want to go back. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Obviously, they showed off a bunch of the Shroom and Doom update. They've added sitting, pets, mushrooms, and a big scary spider that my fiance, who does my show notes, says, "Bun that scary spider," which is coming June 3rd. I wanted more of a story-based update from Grounded. It's a shame we didn't get that, but I'm glad they're still supporting the game. It still looks like it's growing and enjoyable, and I can't wait to go back at the right time, you know? And I think you're the same, right?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I enjoyed, like, when we had played it, I thought it was fun. I thought the way they put you into that world is really cool, but I kind of want the whole narrative to be there before I jump into it again.
Yeah.
Also, you said June 3rd. It's June 30th.
Oh, okay, sorry. See, this is the problem. I got June 3, not 0, O, and then TH. And I was like, I don't know what that means, Haley. I'm going to go with June 3rd, and you messed me up. God damn it. I tried. Next up, we got the Among Us update. They're adding 15 playable people in Among Us. It's also coming to Game Pass, launching in Game Pass, which is dope. And yeah, it's more Among Us.
Yep.
The next one is, I can't pronounce it. It was the 2 JRPG games that were shown, which is, I think it's Eiden Chronicle Rising. I've definitely butchered that, Crash.
I don't think I can say that better than you can.
Eiden, Chronicle, Idle Heroes, both come in 2022 and 2023. We didn't get much Japanese games here. Obviously, Yakuza and then this, but I was expecting... Yeah. Where's Persona, Crash? Crash, where's Persona? Where is it?
I don't know if it's going to happen.
Oh, Christ, don't say that. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Then we got The Ascent, which is coming July 29th. We got to see a little bit more of that. Kind of already what we had seen, just hyping it up that it's coming. Age of Empires, the new Age of Empires. IV, which would be 5, 6, 4 Roman numerals, man. Roman numerals, man. Do you know what I thought it was for? But between me and you and nobody else listening live on twitch.tv/mcfixer or people watching on youtube.com/myxbox and me or listening on podcast services around the world, I went with 5 and 6 and 7 in my head. I gotta be honest. I'm sorry. I let you all down.
Shouldn't doubt yourself. You had it right at first.
I'm sorry.
And then you were like, I can't it right.
I can't.
It's got to be wrong.
Are you an Age of Empires guy? Are you looking to jump in? What are you saying?
I will jump in whenever they make another Age of Mythology.
So never. That's coming October 28th as well. Console exclusive, Crash. Outer Worlds 2 confirmed. Stamp. Yeah. Done. Console exclusive. We didn't get anything in terms of gameplay. And it was more just I felt like Xbox with this announcement, it was more just a case of like, let's get this out of the way. We bought these studios. We have these studios. This game ain't going nowhere else. It's coming to our console, and it's exclusive. And that's what they should be doing with their games. And they did that with this. They did this with Flight Sim, which is coming July 27th, and is coming with a Top Gun expansion in 2021. And then they gave us a long, deep dive in Forza Horizon 5, which is coming November 9th. Obviously, they showed a pinata mode, they showed a battle royale eliminator, and then they showed custom tracks, Crash. And that's the thing that got me the most. The world looked amazing. We're going to be driving through Mexico. We played the original together. We played 3 together. Horizon 3 together. Will we play this one? I hope so.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna play this one. I don't know if I'll ever play the online, but the campaign where you just drive around Mexico, that sounded really cool to me. I don't even know I suck at racing games. I just played that game. Fair enough. I don't know. I think I'm amazing.
What about the custom tracks? How did you feel about that? Because that was the part to me that I was like, wow, if the community get behind it and really go, okay, we want to make these dope levels, it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I think that's something that keep your eye out for it, because honestly, like, always when a game has its own creator mode, Halo has Forge. Honestly, Forge is one of the best things about Halo. As I can imagine with Forza, this might be the case with Forza as well. Mexico
looked amazing. We're not doing it justice by talking about it here. Unfortunately, we're on a rush. We will talk about it more on the next week's episode of My Xbox and Me with Matt P video as well, I promise you all. Phil Spencer again come on stage to announce everything that's been added to Game Pass in terms of their lineup sort of thing. It was like Yakuza, June 13th, and then June, they've got Dark Alliance, July, they've got this. It was like look, we are supporting Game Pass and we are building this to be the best it can be from a first party front and a third party front. Brand new games, day one. They just smashed it at the park. Phil didn't really need to say much. It was more just a case of, I'm going to let Pete Hines talk. I'm going to let Todd Howard talk. I'm going to let everybody else talk. I just don't need to be that guy anymore, it felt like.
Yeah. I will say, when he first came in, he put a huge emphasis on the word exclusive, which they've done this whole time.
Yeah.
He just wanted to let everybody know.
No, they're not. They're not playing no more. That's what I got from it. It was a case of, look, we are Xbox. We have spent lots of money. We are building one of the best game companies ever, and you will learn to respect us. That's how it felt to me. And maybe it didn't mean to come across like that, but it was like, look, stop with all this nonsense about our exclusives not being exclusive and stuff. Like, we're getting rid of that narrative, and I felt like. Yeah. They did that at this show. They got rid of the narrative of Xbox has no exclusives. Now, the narrative still continues currently of Xbox have no good exclusives, in my opinion, because we haven't seen them yet. But Xbox has no exclusives. I don't think you can say that anymore.
No, not at all.
Last but not least, Crash, we got our one more thing. Xbox exclusive game developed by Arcane. Redfall, coming summer 2022. This was probably one of my favorite trailers of the entire show. Again, no gameplay, unfortunately. CG trailer, sort of setting the tone of its world and its characters. Crash, did you see the part where the witch character reloaded the gun with her magic?
Bro, yes, dude, the witch character, absolutely. The whole time she's doing anything, I'm like, yes, that is fantastic. Bro, that is amazing. That is what I want.
Madness. Madness.
That next to Halo, and I think this might actually beat it, Halo Infinite out, for what I actually enjoyed the most from the whole showing.
No, this one, Redfall 1000% was my favorite thing shown. 1000%. Its tone, its vibe, its characters, world building. We've got vampires, we've got witches, we've got this dude that's a sniper person, we've got everything. We've got the guy that could go invisible and teleport. It had everything in its trailer. All I need to see now is the damn game. It's single player. Phil said it's a single player game or a co-op game. It can be played with friends. Redfall, to me, the game I wasn't expecting, and the game that has a lot of potential to be like, okay, this could be dope. The problem, and it scares me a little bit, is this could be really good, or this could be really bad. It could be one way or the other.
That's always the worry. Yeah.
So
they had, towards the end of the show, they had like an extra 15-ish minutes before they ended.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe this is where they actually show some gameplay. Maybe it'll be long enough. Nope, no gameplay. What they showed was amazing. Don't get me wrong. I just would have loved to see sort of just a proof of concept in terms of gameplay.
Agreed. Totally agreed. And just before I was about to click off, Crash, the thing that I'm sure the My Xbox and Me audience really cared about, the Xbox fridge is real. It is coming 2021. End of 2021, you will be able to buy your own official Xbox fridge. Let me tell you, Crash, I'm gonna have one back there. You know I am. I'm gonna do a social video, Crash, where it's my Xbox Series X, my Xbox Jenga, and then my Xbox fridge. I'm doing something. If someone steals it, you're done. I have announced I'm doing that. Now, if someone tries to take that idea, they're done out here. They stole it from me. Crash, they stole it from me. All right?
I'll remember that. If I see anybody doing it, I'm just going to let them, you stole this from Fix.
You're done out here. You're done out here. It's done out here, all right? It's done. That is it for us, though, my Xbox and Me audience. I hope you enjoyed the hype. I hope you enjoyed the fun. That was the Xbox show. Honestly, thank you so much for joining us. Shout out to our Patreon producers. Let's not forget Erengard, FNH Paul. Thank you very much for keeping the lights on and keeping us going. It really does mean the world to us. You allow me to have a job. So thank you so much for your continued support. Remember, you can get the show early over on patreon.com/mcfixer. If you want to support the show, not financially, don't you stress. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the tweets, follow the Twitter accounts at mcfixer, at Krishnik Plays, at My Xbox and Me. We have been killing ourselves trying to get as much content out there for you guys, covering as many shows as we can. We got reaction content over on twitch.tv/mcfixer and youtube.com/mcfixer. If you want to see my reactions And if you want to see Crash's reactions, youtube.com/myxboxandme. Thank you for your time. We do appreciate it. And until next time, we will love you, leave you, and see you all later. We're about to go react to Square Enix. Goodbye.
Goodbye.